Welcome back to the Multimodal RAG Pipeline series in ASP.NET 10. In the previous part, we extracted readable text from uploaded PDF and text files. But in a real RAG system, we do not usually send one large document directly to an embedding model or a language model. Instead, we first split the document into smaller, meaningful chunks. That's what we are going to build today, a clean text chunking service in ASP.NET 10 MVC. And by the end of this video, our pipeline will be ready for the next major step, which is embeddings and vector search. Now, by the end of this lecture, we'll be building this. And because this is an optional thing now, so click on process the document, and now the process document is there. The total number of characters in the extracted text is 4842, and the number of text chunks generated, total chunks 7, and each of the chunks size has been written. Now, before we move to build the rest of this project, to complete this part, it is absolutely essential to know why do we do the chunking. Suppose a user uploads a long PDF document. If we treat the whole document as one single piece of text, the AI system has several problems. First, the text may be too large for token limits, and then the embeddings created from huge text box become too broad and less precise. And thirdly, when the user asks a question, we want to retrieve only the most relevant parts of the document, not the whole document. So chunking solves this problem by breaking large text into smaller units, and each chunk can later be converted into an embedding and stored in a vector database, which we will follow in the next lecture. And then when a user asks a question, we search for the most relevant chunks and send only those chunks to the language model. Now we will create a simple model called TextChunk within the models folder. So and within the text chunk model, we'll put this code. So after correcting the indentation, this is what the text chunk class looks like. And this represents one chunk of extracted document text. For now, each chunk has an index, the actual content, index and actual content, and a calculated character count. Okay. Later in this series, each of these chunks will be converted into an embedding. So this model is intentionally simple. The index property helps us display the order of chunks. The content property stores the chunk text. The character count property helps us see the approximate size of each chunk on the screen. Next, we create the chunking service interface. So accordingly, we go to the services folder, right click, add. So ITextChunkingService is created. Then I change the code to this. And correcting the using statements. Now this interface keeps the controller clean. The controller shouldn't know how chunking works internally. It should simply ask a service to chunk the extracted text. The method accepts three parameters. The first is the extracted text, and the second value is the chunk size, 800 characters. The third value is the overlap size. Now this is important to know that this means each chunk can repeat a small part of the previous chunk. This overlap helps preserve context between chunks. Next, under the same services folder, we create the text chunking service. So accordingly, I right click and add a class. and then replace the code with the code on my clipboard and deleting the unnecessary using statement, making it clean, saving it. As you might guess correctly that this is the actual chunking service, and this service takes the extracted text and breaks it into smaller chunks. We are using character-based chunking here because it is simple, beginner-friendly, and easy to demonstrate. We also include overlap. For example, if one chunk ends in the middle of an important idea, the overlap allows the next chunk to carry a little bit of previous context. And this is very common in RAG pipelines. So first we validate the input. So if the text is empty, we return an empty list. Then we validate the chunk size and overlap size in these codes, code blocks. After that, we normalize the white space so that the line breaks and extra spaces do not create messy chunks. Then we loop through the text and create chunks one by one. The important line is this start index. This is the important line where to the start index we add the difference of the chunk size and the overlap size. Now this means the next chunk starts slightly before the previous chunk fully ends, and that gives us overlapping context. Now we register the service in program.cs, a program file. So this will go below the way that we have done for the document text extractor service, builder.services.add scoped. So this is, we are doing it, we are registering the service with ASP.NET Core or ASP.NET 10 in this case, dependency injection, and this allows us to inject ITextChunkingService into the controller. Now we are using add scoped, which means one service instance is created per web request. This is perfectly fine for this kind of application service. In the next step, we update the RagUploadViewModel. So I change the code with the code on my clipboard. Now the main changes here is that I have get rid of required attribute, because at this stage the question is not necessary. So why we write any question? So when it will be required in the next few lectures, we will put the required attribute, and then because it might be empty, so this is a nullable question field. And we also have this extracted text and list of text chunk, which is chunks. So the new property, these two are the new properties, but this is the more important. This allows the razor view to display all generated chunks. Now we update the existing RagController code with this code. Okay, and I get rid of this. Now this is redundant. Save file async is no more required. And get rid of extra brackets. Now notice that we inject two services. This and their in the dependency injection, their interface version is injected. iDocument text extractor and now the ITextChunkingService. The first service extracts text from the uploaded document, this one, and the second one chunks the extracted text. The controller does not contain the extraction logic or the chunking logic. It only coordinates the workflow. Now this is a cleaner and more maintainable design. The important part is this one, the bottom here, string extracted text till this point. First we extract the text and then we pass the extracted text into the chunking service. Okay, into the TextChunkingService.chunkText. We call the chunk text method. Finally, the generated chunks are stored in the view model, and also the uploaded document name is also displayed. Finally, we update the razor view, this index razor view in the RAG folder. So paste this with the existing code on my clipboard. Now here the thing to look at is that after the extracted text section, this was the extracted text section. All right, we create another section, generated text chunks. This shows the total number of chunks and displays each chunk inside a bootstrap card in this part of the markup. Okay, chunk with the index chunk, it will display the number of characters and this will tell the chunk content. Okay, this is useful for learning because viewers can actually see how the document is being prepared for RAG. The important part is this any part, if model.chunks.any. This means we show only the chunk section when the chunks are available. And inside the loop, each chunk is displayed with its index and character count. Index and this is the character count. Finally, we run the application and I click the run icon and the application is running here. So I've already chosen a file and this is also displayed over here. Extract text from PDF and text files in ASP.NET Core for multimodal RAG.pdf. This was the document that was processed and the extracted text was having a total number of full text had this much of characters and the generated text chunks was number of text chunk is 7 text chunks and every text chunk is within that 800 character limit if you recall the earlier part of the code. So that is the end of this lecture. So at this point, our ASP.NET Core application can upload documents, extract readable text, and split text into RAG-ready chunks. In the next part, we'll take these chunks and start converting them into embeddings, which will prepare us for vector search and intelligent question answering.